Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch it.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's go, AT Gator.
59. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight
room.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Wagler. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. H3, 218, chopper, chopper. Come on, switch it. Ready, go!
Here's Martinez looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Martinez. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And now look at him go. The 30, 20, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep over them into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to. To do on offense are usually looking in the other direction downfield or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 6-0 our score after 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down. Martinez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the ready. 93's the money. Night, sweetheart.
Martinez now, throwing on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the block. Look, squeeze. Check. Shoot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Martinez to throw again. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Martinez. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check. Fresno.
To throw is Martinez. From the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Martinez operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going deep this time for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Set, ready,
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Defense wins championships, baby. Switch.
Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo. Titans on the 66. Bullet ride. Stand up in it. Shit. Watch out. Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Take four. 61. Match box. Ready, go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Hey, look, 3. Race don't travel. Ready.
Again, it's Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Martinez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
90 Wolf.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They're going to look to throw. James has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bears' 45-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got one. You go take. You got take.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Sanders. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff looking right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Now Martinez from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. They'll run on second down with Cohen. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Philadelphia, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.